Welcome back guys, today we're diving into routing in React using React Router DOM. If you've ever wondered how to set up multiple pages in a single page React app, this tutorial will show you exactly how. To start, we'll go through installing React Router DOM using npm, then we'll set up routes for different components, and then we'll navigate between pages using links. To follow this tutorial, you'll need a React project already set up. If you followed our last tutorial on setting up a React app with Vite, you're all set. Alright, let's get started. If you have the server running, you can stop this with Ctrl and C, and then we'll have control of the terminal to install React Router DOM. In the terminal, type npm install React Router DOM and press enter. This shouldn't take long, and once installed you'll see React Router DOM listed in the dependencies section of your package.json file, so you'll know that it's ready to use. Our next step is to structure our apps folders. I like to do this by creating a separate directory for each of our page components, and later I'll create another directory for the actual components within the page. I'll now make a home component and an about component, which will act as different pages in our app. In each component's file I use the shortcut RFC to quickly create functional components. This shortcut automatically sets up the component structure, so we're ready to add content. Now we can start the server again by typing npm run dev in the terminal. This will show us a live update of our files as we edit them. Let's start by importing our home and about components into the app.jsx file and make sure they're correctly set up. This little step isn't compulsory, I'm just doing it to demonstrate that the routes component we've created are exactly the same as any other component that we'll use. Great, now that we have our components, let's move on to setting up the router. To enable routing, we need to wrap our entire app in the browser router. The easiest and cleanest way to do this is by opening main.jsx, importing browser router, and wrapping app inside it here. Back in app.jsx, let's import routes and route from React Router DOM. This will allow us to specify paths for our pages. Inside app.jsx, add a routes block. Within this, we'll add a route for each path, for example, route path equals slash, and element equals home for our home page, and route path equals slash about, element equals about component for our about page. Remember to import route if you haven't yet. Now, when you go to the route path in the browser, you'll see the home component, and if we type slash about, you'll see the about component. We don't want to change our paths with this method though, as each time we reload the page like this, the whole app will reload, and this will cause issues further down the line. Instead, we'll route between these without reloading the app through the use of browser router DOM's link or navlink method, depending on your preference. Let's do this by adding a navigation bar to move between our routes. I'll create a simple navbar component, and in a new components directory I'll set it up with the links. In navbar, we'll use navlink from React Router DOM for nav links on our pages, and I'll add one link for the home page and one link for the about page. We'll then import navbar into app.jsx and place it outside of routes. This way it won't re-render every time we switch through the routes. I'll also add a bit of inline styling here so that the links look a little clearer. Now when we click on home or about in the navigation bar, it'll smoothly switch between the pages without reloading the entire app. And that's it. We've set up basic routing structure with our React Router DOM, created different page components, and added a navigation bar. Thanks for following along. Stay tuned for more.